Hello everyone, welcome to today's class, and our title today is Surgery Prank. Let's move on to the language focus. 1번. Suffice to say, Steve-O has a very high tolerance for pain, embarrassment, and disgusting things. Okay, so as you can see, I've highlighted suffice it. So I usually say suffice to say. Suffice it to say. Anyway, use suffice it to say. Sorry, I should have highlighted the whole thing, not just half of it. Suffice it to say. To express that even though you are not giving complete information, you are giving enough information for the listener to get the important point. So basically we're saying suffice to say it, or suffice to say, 뭐뭐라고만 해도 충분할 것이다. So, if we look at our example sentence, I don't know exactly how much money Matt has, but suffice to say, he's quite wealthy. Matt이 얼마나 많은 돈을 가지고 있는지는 모르겠지만 꽤 부유한다는 것은 충분히 말할 수 있습니다. Or, I don't want to talk about what happened. Suffice to say it was nothing nice. So, 무슨 일이 있었는지 말하고 싶지 않습니다. 좋지 않은 일이 없다고만 말해도 충분합니다. So, yes, very vague in the answer. But yes, suffice to say it was nothing nice. Okay, 2번 now. Seeing some of the jackass guys' stunts, it seems fair to ask whether they were on drugs. A lot of them were. Use it seems fair to ask whether to express that one might wonder if something is true. Example, it is reasonable to have suspicion or doubts. So, it seems fair to ask whether 이 사실인지 아닌지 의심해 볼 만하다. or 충분히 물어볼 만하다. So, let's have a look at our example sentence. Misha suddenly gained 20 kilos of muscle, so it seems fair to ask whether he is on steroids. So, 미샤가 갑자기 20kg의 근육이 증가해서 그가 스테로이드를 복용했는지 의심해 볼 만하다. Yes, 20 kilos of muscle. That's a lot. I gained 20 kilos of fat, and it seems fair to ask whether I have just eaten a lot of unhealthy food. And the answer is yes. It seems fair to ask whether women should be required to serve in the military just like men. 여성도 남성과 마찬가지로 군복무를 의무화해야 하는 것은 타당합니다. I'm not going to say anything more than that. That's not my business. Alright, now let's look at the language focus quiz. 1번. I don't know how many there are in but suffice to say it, there are a lot. So let's go back to suffice to say, 뭐뭐라고만 해도 충분할 것이다. Right? So I don't know exactly how much money Matt has, but suffice to say it, he's quite wealthy. Matt이 얼마나 많은 돈을 가지고 있는지 모르겠지만 꽤 부유하다는 것은 충분히 말할 수 있습니다. So, let's say I don't know how many people there are in Seoul, but suffice to say it, there are a lot. 서울에 얼마나 많은 사람들이 있는지는 모르지만 많다는 것은 확실합니다. Nobody is sure what will happen next, but suffice to say it will probably be something crazy. Nobody is sure what will happen with the election, but suffice to say it will be probably something crazy. 선거 이후에 어떤 일이 날지는 아무도 확신할 수 없지만 아마도 엄청난 일이 일어날 거라고 충분히 말할 수 있습니다. 3번. It seems fair to ask whether could be improved. It seems fair to ask. So if we roll back up here, 이 사실인지 아닌지 의심해 볼 만하다. Or 충분히 물어볼 만하다. So roll back down. It seems fair to ask whether could be improved. So it seems fair to ask climate change could be improved. So 과연 기후 변화를 개선할 수 있는지 의심해 볼 만합니다. And it seems fair to ask whether seems fair to ask whether he deserves to get a promotion. So 그가 승진할 자격이 있는지 의심해 볼 만합니다. Alright, now let's look at the further discussion. 1번. If you had the opportunity, would you attend clown college? What do you think you would learn from there? 기회가 된다면 clown college, like 관대 학교에 진학하고 싶으신가요? 그곳에서 무엇을 배울 수 있을 것 같나요? No, I wouldn't like to attend clown college. Not that I'm looking down on clowns. It's just I don't want to be a clown. Though that's arguable amongst some friends. Maybe they see me like a clown. So when you call someone a clown, it's kind of like calling them 바보, like stupid. But what would you learn at clown college? So from what I heard, and this is from Steve-O, the guy who we were talking about in the article, you learn a lot of things like juggling and walking on stilts and how to do a backflip and how to be funny, how to do slapstick comedy, that kind of thing. That's what I think you would probably learn. But I always wanted to be an actor when I was a kid. I always wanted to entertain, but a clown is not the kind of entertainment I would want to be. I would love to be a comedy actor. How is that different from a clown? I don't want to wear the white makeup and the funny hair and the big shoes, but I would have loved to be a comedy actor when I was young because, like I said earlier in the video, Mr. Bean was sort of a hero of mine. So yes, I would have loved to be a comedy actor, not a clown. 2번. Why do so many famous entertainers have to go through rehab? 왜 수많은 유명 연예인들은 중독 치료를 받아야 할까요? I think it's because, number one, they are in an industry that has a lot of drugs and it's very easy to obtain. Sometimes people are addicted to being famous, and sometimes that can only be if the thing about being famous, not that I really know, I don't know at all, but the thing about being famous is I believe it's sort of an addiction if you don't sort of handle the situation right. And some entertainers, they're only famous for a short amount of time, so they have to turn to other things to feed that addiction. And sometimes that addiction is drugs or alcohol. And so you'll see many once very famous actors, singers, celebrities, whatever, who are no longer, let's say, relevant in today's society, go through rehab programs or be homeless or jobless or whatever it may be. It's not anything like new, should I say. So that's why I think that many famous entertainers, they go to rehab, is because they get addicted to the lifestyle, they get addicted to fame, and when that lifestyle or fame goes away, they start going through things like alcohol and drugs and things like that. All right, that wraps it up for today's class, and I'll see you on the next class.
Snort.
Snort.
Juvenile.
Juvenile.
Stereotypical.
Stereotypical.
Rehab.
rehab,
sober,
sober,
bizarre,
bizarre,